Hi guys, this is a Ravenclaw What If. Welcome back to another What If story. Last time, where we left off of What If Deku is the listener of the Dark Brotherhood, Izuku found some information where the vigilant of Standar was hiding in Riften's cave system. As the vigilant try to get the Thieves Guild's protection. If the Thieves Guild didn't want nothing to do with that, as the Thieves Guild fully aware that the Grim of Skyrim is hunting them down. Ezekiel came across a young thief in the sewers after he's pursuing his foes. As the thief stayed out of his way, she mostly observed his his crusade. After Ezekiel brutally massacred all the villagers and the Silverhand, he found out the Silverhand had a hand in his family's death as well, as Ezekiel's family believes in honor, and blood must be played with blood, as that's part of how the Red Eye clan works. As Ezekiel was informed that his actions hasn't gone unnoticed by the Dark Brotherhood. The Dark Brotherhood has been trying to recruit one of the Red Eye clan for years, but the Red Eye clan always politely declined. They don't deal with assassination jobs. Their specialty was always monsters. As one of the oldest clans in Skyrim, they're highly respected, especially to the royal family. Before the Red Eye clan's unfortunately demise, the Red Eye clan had good relationship with the High Queen of Skyrim. The High Queen of Skyrim knows fully well that the Red Eye clan are not Daedric worshippers. She knows full well that family despises the Daedric, along other things. But they have a special hatred for anything demonic. As the Cyrodiil, sorry, as the Queen doesn't believe anything that comes from Cyrodiil. They have semi-good relations, but she doesn't trust them whatsoever. During the time where Ezekiel was massacring the vigilant of Standar in the sewer of Riften and the Silverhand, the youngest daughter of the youngest daughter of the High Queen was taken. They are unaware of what group took the girl, but the Queen started to get demands shortly after Ezekiel left Riften. He made his way to Whiterun. As we cut to Ezekiel as he gets up from bed, as he yawns, as he sees its light out, as he gets up, puts on his armor underneath the cloak, as he walks downstairs, as he leaves, as it's pretty early in the morning. Ezekiel visits the alchemy shop, as he buys some more extra supplies, a lot more health potion and mana potions. As he asked the person running the shop that if he could use the alchemy station, as she agreed. She has no problem, as long as you use your own your ingredients, not borrow. As long as you pay for the ingredients, you can use it as much as you want. So Izuku is, content with that. As he starts making a lot of potions that he used to make as a kid to play pranks on his, dad. As he creates a couple of potions by breaking it, will create some sort of fog or smoke. As he made a couple of invisible potions as well. And a couple potions to increase his strength and speed. That's a minor boost. It won't be extreme, but it will be enough for be a difference for Izuku. He's well trained. Izuku walks out of the shops as he stops by the blacksmith. As he noticed a lot of the posters all around town of a huge amount of reward for any intel on the young princess's location or the people responsible for her abduction, as they struck when she was being on her way home with a couple of her bodyguards, visiting one of her friends from another hold. The description of the princess, the young girl, long blonde, long, bright blonde hair with yellow eyes. Izuku got permission to use the forge as he creates some throwing daggers as he's preparing for his mission. As night finally hits, as Izuku stealthily leaves the city. As he gets to travel where the location is, as he hears footsteps coming from behind him, as Izuku hides behind a tree, as you see two bandits, conversating, laughing, drinking some meat. Like, I can't believe the boss actually did it. I heard the boss, he was going to try to do it, but who never thought the man had the spine to actually kidnap the princess of Solitude. Man, you not say that so loud. What if someone heard us? Oh, no one's going to hear us. No one out here is stupid enough to attack us anyways. No one even knows. But I heard some nasty rumors about the boss, man. Apparently, some of the older members of the bandit group saying he has ties with vampires. That will probably be the best bet how he even got his hands onto the princess in the first place. He sees the bandits as there's a fork in the road. If Izuku took the right path, he would head to the Silver Hand. But if he took it to the left, he would go towards the band encampment. Izuku stands in the fork of the road as he's pacing back and forth, as he's constantly going through his head, as if he continues on his path of revenge. That means he's going to have to sacrifice that little girl to do so. And Izuku, deep down, he's not going to let that happen. So Izuku finally decides, as he sighs, as he takes the left path, making a minor detour in his path of carnage. I don't know why bandits are working with vampires, but if I leave that girl alone, I don't imagine her fate would be very nice. After all, they have some sort of relationship with some sort of vampire. Not sure what clan, doesn't matter. They'll die as well. As Izuku heads off to the pathway where the young princess is being held. Izuku walks up to the front gate of the bandit camp, as there's a big gate. As how the bandit camp looks, a big wooden gate with wooden walls all around it. As it has several smaller structures inside the base in general, and there is a cave that most likely where the princess is, but Izuku has to get in first. As Izuku stands in front of the gate, there's the two guards getting irritated. This is private property, man. Beat it, or we'll cut your throat. As one of the guards get irritated. Didn't you hear us, boy? as without even the horror of the second guard, as Ezekiel unsheathes his sword in a split second, as the man gargles, as a spray of blood spurts out of the man's neck, as the man falls to the ground dead. As Ezekiel, with his opposite hand, threw a throwing dagger strictly into man, piercing the man's skull as he falls over dead. As Ezekiel's cloak slowly falls off him, as he reaches out his hand, as he creates a firebolt, using the firebolt spell, as he blasts the gate door open, ripping off the engines, as the gate goes flying forward into the bandit base. As the bandits are on high alert, no words were given, no quarter was given. As Ezekiel begins slaughtering these bandits mercilessly, viciously, as he uses all his combinations of his sword. As immediately he morphs his sword into the bow. Immediately he's shooting out, magical arrows, killing all the sentries that are on the towers of their archers. As Ezekiel, every shot he shot out of his bow, as it hit the archer in the head, killed instantly. As as one of the bandits screams, the Grim of Skyrim's here. There was one man left alive outside of the cave. As Ezekiel grabs onto his shirt, lifts him up against the wall, as he looks at him in his one glowing eye, as the man begs for his life, please don't kill me. Whatever I did, I'm sorry. As Ezekiel said coldly and slowly, where is the vampire and the girl? Thank you. As Ezekiel drops him, as he says, your cooperation was appreciated. As the man sighs, as Ezekiel immediately grabs him by the face, as he uses a touch of death, killing the man, absorbing his life force and killing the man as the man falls down to the ground, motionless as his color of his face is pure gray. As we cut to the little princess, as she's scared shitless, as she's has a blanket of her over her face, whatever bed that's in her cell, as she's scared, as she's hearing people yell, as she's hearing Ezekiel chop people up. She can't see it, but she can hear it through the door. Ezekiel mows through these bandits, these scum. That's what Ezekiel feels upon bandits. He has no pity for bandits, and especially if bandits are consorting with vampires. They're not even that anymore. They're less than a bandit. Ezekiel's been told by his mother not all vampires are evil, but there are a rare few. It's a rare case. As Ezekiel's never met a vampire that didn't want to kill him, so he views vampires in a very low totem pole. He's a big man with an axe, with a battle axe. As he sees Ezekiel, so you're the mighty Grim of Skyrim that been carving his way against the village of Standar. You're a lot smaller than I thought you were going to be. But why are you here, Grim? This is not your MO. Where are your masters? As the man looks confused. Where's the vampires, scum? As the men laugh, they're long gone, Grim. So you're hunting vampires now? Did they leave? About a couple days ago. They're long gone. If you're coming here to hunt some vampires, then sadly you're not going to find anything here. That's a shame. Maybe I would be willing to listen if you told me where they were. If it was good enough information, I might have spared you. But that's no longer an option. I'll be taking the princess. And of course, I'll be taking your head. As Ezekiel charge at the man, as the man swings his axe diagonal-wise, as Ezekiel runs to the side, as he drags his blade across the side of the axe, as there's a large spark from the metal colliding, as Ezekiel swings upwards, chopping the man's head off, as he picks it up, as he puts it in a bag, as he ties it, as he puts it on his belt or whatever he has. Ezekiel goes room to room to kill off any survivors. He's not going to leave any bandit alive. As how Ezekiel killed everyone, it's Grimm's MO, so they will know exactly who took out this bandit group. When they finally investigate the area where the bandits are being extremely quiet. The y'all of Whiterun would eventually take notice, but we're not going to get into that. Yeah, I'm good on that politics bull stuff over to Whiterun, but let's continue forward. As he finally opens the door, as he sees a big cell, as the girl sees Izuku, as she hovels to the corner, holding her little stuffed animal that she has. Izuku swipes his sword, breaking the lock, as he opens the door, as he gets not too close to the girl, but close enough. As Izuku kneels to one knee, as Izuku tilts his head downwards, to show respect, because she's the princess of Skyrim. As, Princess, I've come here to take you home. You're not going to hurt me, mister? No, princess. I will protect you till you're brought home to your proper place. Back with your family. But why? What are you after, sir? Nothing. I'm not after no compensation whatsoever, princess. It is part of my family code. If the royal family ever is in danger, my clan would always come to the High Queen's aid. I'm honor bound, princess. Izuku reach out his hand for the princess to grab, as she slowly grabs onto Izuku's hand. Princess, excuse my behavior, but as Izuku lifts her up, she's like, what are you doing? Well, I'm gonna have to have you close your eyes, princess. I do not want you to see the scene outside the store. A lady as such as young as you should not see such a scene. As, okay, mister, just call me Graham. Okay, Graham. As she closes her eyes, as Ezekiel walks out of the bloody encampment, as they get some distance away. Okay, princess, you could open your eyes now. As Ezekiel sets her down. Ezekiel gets to that same fork in the road that started this little adventure that he did not plan to take, but his family is... The families are honor bound by the current royal family that runs Skyrim at the moment. The High Queen and her family. If we're going off noble blood and stuff like that, Izuku family would be a noble family. Pretty high up noble family. If you want to talk politics for a second here. Yeah, they're pretty high up in the rankings. As the princess looks at Izuku as he stops, as the princess like, "What's wrong, Grim?" As, "It's nothing, princess. Let's continue forward." As he's taking her back to to her hold, Solitude. "Grim, did my mom put you up to this?" "No, your majesty, the queen, the high queen. I have no prior contact with her. I mainly I came upon your situation by accident. I overheard some of the bandits talking, so I I decided I was going to rescue you. It is my family's duty, after all. I take you back to Solitude. I will continue my mission." As the princess asks what that is, as Izuku's like, "Unfortunately, your majesty, I cannot tell you. It is a family affair." As the princess curious, and she's still a kid, she's gonna pry, but she can see that's the topic you don't really want to touch at the moment. They're traveling to Solitude as they have to camp for the night. As Izuku's on a log that's on the ground, as he set it afire for the night. As Izuku's just watching the fire, as the princess jumps on his lap, as, what is it about, princess?" As she hands him a brush. "Brush my hair." "Are you serious?" "Yeah, my hair's dirty. I'm supposed to brush it." As Izuku sighs. As you see, the Grim of Skyrim brushing the princess's hair because, well, she's the princess and she has to kind of follow it. So as Izuku's like, "Tell no one." As the princess, "Okay." As she smiles. Well, scenes like that happen during the trip as they finally get to Solitude because Izuku's not having no one mess with him and his charge, as he's going to take her strictly to Solitude, and that's how he's going to do it. And I feel sorry for the soul that tried to interrupt him in his little babysitting job he has going right now. As they get to the front gate, as the guard stops him, "State your business here, stranger." As he sees the mask on, as he's like, they don't know what he's. Only rare people know what the Graham looks like. There's been occasions where he has been spotted, so he doesn't kill non-combatants. So people did describe what he looks like, as the guard would shake, as, "It's the Grim." As, "I come here to deliver the queen. I came here to deliver the princess back to her mother. Inform her that I have returned her daughter to her, unscathed." The guard sits there for a couple seconds as the princess, "You heard? You heard, Grim. Go. Get my mother." As, "Yes, princess." As, yeah, despite yeah, she's a princess, so she's gonna be like that, bossy. Everything she wants, she gets. If she asks you to jump, she expects you to ask how how high. Type of mindset she has right now. She's still a young kid, so. As Izuku finally gets directed towards the palace, as he has to sit there with the princess. There's no waiting room. As they finally get called up, the the queen was in the middle of a meeting when she got word of Izuku, of her daughter being returned. As she immediately called off the meeting and had direct her to the throne room immediately. See the Queen of Skyrim, the High Queen of Skyrim, as you have her oldest daughter right by her side. So I'm using the artwork from Dark Saber from Fate. So just letting you guys know that's who I'm using for the older from the firstborn of the High Queen from Skyrim, the daughter of Skyrim, basically the princess of Skyrim, basically how that goes. She's staring at as Izuku walks in with the princess as he kneels. Guards, leave us now. Are you sure, Your Majesty? Leave us. But we don't know if he's a threat. Trust me, he's not a threat. He has no ill will towards us. Just leave us, please. We have we have much to talk about. Yes, Your Majesty. As all the guards leave, as Call, I was quite surprised as the Graham of Skyrim of all people would take the charge to rescue my daughter from those filthy bandits. I do you do have my gratitude for that. Graham of Skyrim, please remove your mask. Yes, Your Majesty. As Ezekiel removes his mask, as the Queen smiles, as thank the Nines that one of you survived. As Ezekiel looks shocked, as of course I know of the Red Eye clan, dear. Your family and my family we've been close. Even after you separated from the rest of the holds to go on your own as monster hunters. A interesting career choice for your family. But it's good to see that your your family still believes in the blood vow that my ancestor and your ancestor made all those years ago. And if anyone with any experience with the Red Eye Clan would know that sword, I know that weapon very well. Your father never talking about it. Every time he came for a visit, that man was irritating. But I am deeply sad of his fate. It broke my heart to know that your father and your mother died, and along with the rest of your clan. Your clan was always a secretive lot, but your clan was always good to my family. You may speak. You may speak freely, Izuku. As you know who. Yeah, I know you are. I had a feeling you were the Grim, but I wasn't sure. As Izuku here, as he sets the bag in the middle of the room, as she's like, "What's that?" The bandit, the head bandit, the bandit was the one who was responsible for it. He had some sort of assistant towards some sort of, not sure what clan, but there were vampires involved. They weren't at the bandit camp when I arrived at the situation, Your Majesty. They will be dealt with when I find any evidence of their whereabouts. What will you do now, Izuku? Continue my crusade until I eliminate all ones responsible for my family wrongfully accused of devil worshipping, and the ones who are responsible for demise of my clan. Then afterwards I avenge my family. I don't know. Maybe start up the clan again and start up the monster hunting again, but until then my path is clear. Very well, Mizuku. But I insist you stay here tonight. Are you sure, Your Majesty? Yes, of course. You're close friends of my family. As one of my attendants will show you to our guest room. I must have some quality time with my daughter, after all. I just had her returned to me, and I'm not very being a good mother at the moment. As the Queen sighs, as responsibilities stopped her from rushing over there to hug her daughter immediately when she saw her. Izuku walks out with the attendant to the guest room as the princess rushes over to her mom as her mother catches her, hugs her, as she's asking if she's alright. As, no, Mom, Mr. Grimm made sure I was perfectly fine. He even, but don't tell anyone, but I made him brush my hair. As the queen starts laughing, as I'm gonna name her Scarlet, as Scarlet looks at her mother. As she starts busting up, she starts laughing a little bit as the princess regain her composure. So, mother, do you believe we could trust him? Of course, dear. If he's anything like his father, he will be extremely loyal. What do you think, little one? As she looks down on her younger daughter. What do you think of Izuku? What? I'm confused. Isn't his name Grimm? As the queen, laughs. No, that's the fake name he's going by. His real name is Izuku Redeye, the last survivor of his clan at the moment. Mr. Izuku was kind of scary at first, but he's nice. As I actually had a pleasant time coming home, even though I had to walk a little bit. As she tells her mother about all the what she saw on her way back, what Mr. Grimm did, and how he protected her, and being the good little protector, or older protector, because she's way younger than Izuku. But yeah, let's get on to it. That's the Izuku That's the Izuku that I'm betrothed to, mother. As yes, daughter, that is he. We'll see about that, mother. We'll see if he's truly worthy to have my hand. As Scarlet walks off to her room. Of Scarlet, as she looks at at her sword, as she picks it up, as she swings it a little bit, as she examines the blade, as she sighs. Oh shit! Didn't even. Yeah, she's like, the bastard even remember me. We have only met once, but at least I believe I would have a better impact on his memory than that. Short pause in the story. When they first officially met, that was before the engagement was announced between the royal line and Izuku's family. It's a sort of thing to keep the clan going in case of if something drastic happened, as if half the clan were slaughtered, or like pretty much all of them now, except for Izuku. So as she's thinking in her head, as he won't remember me, but then I'll force him to remember, as I'm going to challenge him tomorrow. As she's going to challenge Izuku in a one-on-one duel, because yeah, she's OP when it comes to swordplay. Outside of her princess duty, she practiced hand-to-hand combat and warfare daily. She's quite talented when it comes to battle. So the queen, encouraged such behavior. The queen's style is a good idea because in case if something happens, she's able to defend herself. She's pretty high ranking when it comes to the rankings in the military force on Solitude. No one from Solitude could win against her. Shit, they can't even touch her when it comes to sword. When it comes to battle, to the sword to sword, swordmanship. We're probably going to cut our video off there. I hope you guys have a good night and day, judge my time zones, and I'll catch you in the next video.